Hello students, today we discuss problems of non-governmental organizations in India. As all we know, the non-governmental organizations play a crucial role in the welfare of vulnerable sections in our society, and thus it helps the government to become a welfare state. But unfortunately, at present, non-governmental organizations facing a number of problems and challenges which reduced the efficiency of non-governmental organizations as well as trust of the people on non-governmental organizations. Let's have some highlights on such problems. One of the problems facing by non-governmental organizations in India is lack of dedicated leadership. At present, most of the non-governmental organizations lacking dedicated leaders to lead the non-governmental organizations and manage the non-governmental organizations effectively. The main reason for this is the persons with the leadership qualities are not interested to work in non-governmental organization sector, and as this sector is non-profitable one and less scope to get name and fame. Another problem facing by non-governmental organization is concentration of leadership with elder persons. Most of the non-governmental organizations are directed and coordinated by elder persons whose style of functioning is outdated, and sometimes it may frustrate the younger people who have new ideas, initiatives and innovations which are not allowed to express and practice in non-governmental organization sector. Next problem facing by non-governmental organization is deterioration in the quality of services. The increased social problems, less number of non-governmental organizations and availability of inadequate resources and funds, negligence by the government, lack of interest to work in non-governmental organizations and other reasons made non-governmental organizations to offer poor quality of services for the weaker sections in our society. Another problem facing by non-governmental organization is non-governmental organizations failure to enlist people's participation. Illiteracy and ignorance of people, absence of dedicated and trained staff in NGOs, overemphasis on targets and time-bounded programs, political interference are some of the reasons by that non-governmental organizations fail to involve the people in its program, and without people's participation, the non-governmental organizations can't achieve its objectives. Another problem of non-governmental organization is isolation of non-governmental organization. In India, most of the non-governmental organizations don't have proper communication, good public relation and strong network with other non-governmental organizations as well as government departments, and therefore such non-governmental organizations feel isolated and may lose the power to influence the policy and program made by the government, and also such NGOs fail to get recognition by the public. Another major problem facing by non-governmental organization is financial scarcity. We can say this problem is major one because without finance, the non-governmental organizations can't implement its programs and activities. But nowadays, a government does not give cent% of the grant in aid for non-governmental organizations, and at the same time, due to many rules and restrictions by the government, non-governmental organizations felt hard to receive foreign funds from different foreign agencies. Even sometimes, non-governmental organizations are not able to collect funds from local donors or other external sources, and such problems affects the functioning of non-governmental organizations. Another problem of non-governmental organization in India is less non-governmental organizations in rural areas. In India, the need of non-governmental organizations is more in rural areas. But unfortunately, non-governmental organizations less developed in rural areas compared to urban areas due to the backwardness and ignorance of rural people and lack of interest among social workers to work in rural areas with absence of facilities and comfort zone. Another problem of non-governmental organizations in India is misuse and misappropriation of funds. Nowadays, non-governmental organizations become an easy source of profit making, and even non-governmental organizations are used to change black money into white money and other illegal financial transactions to legal one. There were many cases of misuse of funds received by the government in the form of granting aid and also foreign funds, which resulted in the distrust of public on non-governmental organizations. Another problem of non-governmental organizations is inadequacy of trained personnel. The most of the personnel who are working in non-governmental organizations are untrained in their field, and they lack some skills like planning the program, implementation of program, supervision and evaluation, understanding community dynamics, and many more. This will be affected on the quality of services offered by the non-governmental organizations. So there is an urgent need of overcome of these problems by the government and public as well as NGO staff, and improve the quality of services and functioning of non-governmental organizations in India. Thank you.